Hello, welcome to the first ESO match. It's a live stream now. First time in the regular season that ESO has been broadcasted by someone that's not their own team. A big thank you to the UA sponsors: Cleveland Clinic Health Sports or Sports Health, which is a healthcare provider; Corsair, which is an exclusive peripheral provider; Elgato, an exclusive streaming service, streaming device partner; ViewSonic monitor and display; and Arista exclusive network device. If you would like to check out any more information on any of these sponsors, please check out the links in the description below. Let's talk about the teams a little bit. I don't know much about Bluffton, but Barberton I know has always been a pretty good team. They did lose quite a few of their players last year, but there are still a couple players that have been around for a few years that are really good and I think could pose a threat to Bluffton.
If I remember correctly, Barberton has always had a phenomenal esports program, a phenomenal Overwatch program, and I'm very excited to see them perform once again today. It's been a hot minute.
Yeah. I don't know many of the players on each of these teams, but I do know Deputy or Tommy Boy Ohio. I'm not sure who he's going to be, which account he's going to be on right now, but that's the main player I'm looking out for today. I don't know any of the other people from Bluffton, unfortunately. But
for those unaware, what role do they normally play?
Damage.
Damage.
They're a DPS.
Any specific strengths that they like normally work on? Like any more comfort characters? They like aim god or something?
They're a cornball hero player. They like playing the cheese characters.
I mean, who doesn't? Sometimes it's always just a lot of fun to just sit in the corner, just kind of wait for the perfect cheese to strike.
Yeah. Well, a big May player loves to play Reaper.
I mean, it's all right. Looks like we're about to get started here in 1 second. As soon as everything gets set right back up. Very excited to see this match once again today. All right, looks like we are starting on Busan today. All right, very excited to see the starting lineups right here. Let's see who we are looking at. All right, on Barberton side, we have Reaper, Genji, Ana, Soldier, and Mercy. Or not Reaper. Is that
teams are flipped, by the way?
Oh, my apologies.
If we do this right,
they
won't even know what
You're good. Is that Ramtra, I think his name is?
Yeah, Ramatra.
Ramatra, yeah, no, you're all good. He's a bit of a newer hero. I haven't played too much with him yet.
Can't really see the Barberton's comp, but it looks like they're doing a pharmacy comp. Okay, there we go.
There we go, yes. Barberton has Soldier, Mercy, Farah, Kiriko, and Arisa. Absolutely love Arisa. I honestly love the reworks that they did with her in Overwatch 2. Still a big fan of those. Looks like Barberton is trying to take some space early on, has already claimed this little cubby right here. Those shields, though, coming up from the Ramantron, the Bluffton side, is just absolutely doing work. Bluffton seemed to switch off to a Torbjorn, which is very interesting. That turret is taken out, though, and that's a lot of Torbjorn's utility right there. It looks like Barberton has gotten the first pick off right off the bat and is moving in on that, trying to capitalize on it. Deadly Mouse in the back, just trying to keep the team alive, but once one of your support, both of those Bluffton supports is taken out, this seems to be a clean sweep and an easy first point for Barberton.
Yeah, that's about how much I expected. It's hard to run the Torb Genji into a Pharah. There's not much damage or pressure you can give to the Pharah without having that hit scan presence. Now switching over from the Torb to the Soldier, it's going to pose a little bit more of a threat, but I'm confident in the Barberton's ability to adapt around that.
Yes, we'll have to see. Also, it appears that Bluffton has switched over to an Arisa of their own. Very good at taking space and pushing forward for them, but we'll see if it actually pans out for them. Bluffton is trying to go in, already has one of the ults on, one of their ults up, but looks like Barberton has 3 popping up here in a second. Kiriko, Soldier, and Farah. Soldier has just popped theirs.
Don't know why he would use that in that situation. I think saving Visor for Kitsune Rush Visor combo would be better, but it does not matter. Barberton rolls them over.
Yeah, Barberton is already so far ahead. Barberton also has come out of that exchange because Bluffton did use their nano boost for it and only has 1 ult up compared to Barberton having 5 up right now, which is going to be huge for the next team fight.
The ult economy is rough for Bluffton right now.
Definitely. Having to make those switches early on definitely really hurt them. Looks like Pharah might be trying to set something up here. Parakeet God just really trying to get some easy poke damage. My guess is trying to bait out the spear spin. And a grab surge from the Feminine on Barberton's side. Looks like, wow, a very cheeky ult from Parakeet God right there, and it's just going to town, cleaning up in the back. Phenomenal work from Barberton's side.
Yeah, but now Bluffton, they have the ults coming online. They have the blade. You're not going to have nano for it, but you can kind of combo it a little bit, maybe with the Risa ult.
Definitely. Oh, but wow, just an easy pick off. Feminine, honestly, like showing that Orisa's showing an aim with Orisa. We have a Mercy ult being popped from Moth here, trying to just keep everyone up. Somebody from Bluffton has touched the point, but I really don't think it'll matter too much. The Mercy kill is going to clean this right up, and that was a phenomenal early sweep from Barberton. 100-0. That didn't even look close, personally.
Yeah, Bluffton never really got a chance to really have a proper fight. They just kind of died too soon before they could even build their ultimates, and even when they had the ultimates, somebody got picked off at the start, which is unfortunate. But
definitely. Roll of the damage is get those early picks and to just swing team fights in their favor, and Barberton is showing that very well. Also, I want to draw attention to Feminine, Barberton's tank player. They've just been like, the role of a tank is to take space and to push forward, and they've been doing that phenomenally, claiming that space for their team and using all of their resources to the advantage.
Yeah.
All right, looking at the comps right now, we have on Barberton, we have Zarya, Kiriko, Widow, Mercy, and Pharah. Running it back with the Pharah Mercy, a great map for it, though. Bluffton is running with Orisa, Widow, Mercy of their own, Soldier, and this time Baptiste. Haven't seen Baptiste in a while.
Bap is really strong right now. Probably the most broken support currently. I
mean, Immortality Field has always been a phenomenal tool.
Yeah, and his shift, the regenerative burst is just it's so much healing.
That is looks like Barberton is claiming that space early on, but is struggling a little bit. Ooh, got that first pick though on the Soldier. Not the best first. Oh, Deputy picking off just one of their supports, and Bluffton is dropping like flies right now, just getting pushed back right now. Again, showing that tank role, taking up space right now. There's not much that Bluffton can actually do when you just have a charged up Zarya pushing forward into you. And the Pharah coming in from behind. Parakeet God just absolutely always getting those flanks and cleaning up house.
Yeah. Coming up in this fight, Bluffton will get their window, and that could pose a threat to Barberton. However, they do have the barrage. You gotta see some coordination with this barrage because it's not a great ultimate ability, I'm gonna be honest.
No, barrage has always been very middling at best.
Yeah.
Just barely getting the corner shot around, cleaning up their McCree that they have switched off to. Very interesting choice. Trying really hard to pressure the Pharah that's just been farming their backline, but it's just not been working out. Stunned in the air by the McCree, but it doesn't matter. Still managed to get out there. That Pharah Mercy has just been keeping her alive. And yeah, barrage just fired off right there. Immortality Field does not matter. Still gets 2 picks right there. Cleans up the Orisa too. That is, wow, phenomenal barrage from Parakeet God. Really showing like phenomenal Pharah play tonight.
Yep. You didn't even need bubble. Normally you see your Zarya bubble the Pharah in to make sure that she has that extra few seconds of survivability within the barrage, but they didn't need that. Bluffton just fell over when they were.
Wow, Bluffton just constantly getting those early picks with Pharah. I know I keep drawing attention to it, but that one was also assisted by Widowmaker. That Mercy just damage boosting, keeping everybody up. Getting those early, Bluffton switching off the hit scan here to try to combat some of this far range damage, and just hasn't been helping at all. Kiriko all into the spawn of Bluffton, just keeping them back at bay. Absolutely tanked. Barberton easy round 1. All right, no surprise, seeing to play the game from Parakeet God right here. The barrage from round 1 was absolutely phenomenal. Or I don't even think this is the barrage actually. Now that I'm thinking about it, Parakeet God really just like showing like some phenomenal skill, just farming all those backlines. Absolutely amazing performance from Barberton in that round. But as we go into the next round, I want to give a big thank you to our partners and sponsors: Cleveland Clinic Sports Health, a healthcare provider; Corsair, exclusive peripheral provider; Elgato, exclusive streaming device partner; ViewSonic, monitor and display partner; Aristata, the exclusive network device partner. If you'd like to check out any more of the information on any of our sponsors, click the link below. All right, we're about to cut to a break real quick before getting into the next round. We will see you guys shortly. All right, we are back, about to go into round 2 of Bluffton versus Barberton. You know, Barberton took that first round very convincingly. There was not even close on that end. If you were Bluffton right now, what would you be trying to do to like bring this back for them?
Oh man, it's hard. You have to play around the pharmacy better. Which is a hard thing to do. Pharmacy is a very tough.
I mean, classic combo.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
carrying all the way over from Overwatch 1. You know, still works today. Honestly, I think that was, if you think of like some of the first hero combos, Pharmacy was right there around the launch of the game. All right, but we are taking this now to King's Row, seeing what we have coming out with. Barberton looks like Barberton starting on defense with a Ramatra Anna May. I remember you said as we were getting started that Deputy was known for playing May. Is that I'm not familiar with this here.
Ilari or Iari.
Iaria.
Yes, it's the newest support hero. Not too good, but she's pretty good right now. There are better supports in my opinion, though.
All right, and also Hanzo to round out the team, and Bluffton's coming out with Reinhardt, a pharmacy of their own, Moira, and Bastion. I feel we'll see how this ends up playing out for them. Reinhardt instantly trying to push forward, taking a little bit of space. Looks like their Mercy or their Pharah is getting picked off though very early on, already getting kind of low. Reinhardt is walled off by May. You never want your tank isolated like this.
You gotta know that that's coming.
Exactly.
When you're walking into a May on that point of King's Row.
Definitely.
Thankfully, they don't get punished for it.
Yes, they managed to peel this back, but Reinhardt, their barrier is looking very low, which is always something you want to be aware of. And yeah, Reinhardt's down right now, and the rest of the team goes down with it. Feminem on Ramatra just absolutely cleaning up right now. Parakeet God coming in. Gaming Wizard on Pharah did get one of the picks, which is a little huge to help out with the next push a little bit, try to stagger them a little bit, but I don't think it's going to matter too much. Both teams just have time to reset, and it's just not going to, especially with the pick being on Ana, she does her thing from far away anyways.
Insane Caden's going to get back late, and Bluffton does have a chance to push into the point before she gets back. But the May is just going to stop him.
Yeah, Bluffton switching off to a Ramatra of their own, but Feminem getting that pick off on the Pharah just very early on. Deputy almost getting the pick off on a Mercy Resin, but instead opting to get the Bastion instead. Parakeet, the DPS on Barberton has just been absolutely cleaning up. Like I'm not one to call like a DPS diff, but you can definitely see one right now.
Yeah, Barberton, they play around their DPS and they do it well. There's a reason why they have been so dominant throughout their course in Esports Ohio. Bluffton, they just have to put all those fights behind. They got to focus on this.
Exactly.
They have Barrage. They're gonna have a Ramatra ult soon. This is winnable.
Maybe not this fight exactly. I do not know why Gaming Wizard decided to blow that barrage right there. That does not seem like the most opportune time for it. Insane Kading pushing forward, staggering Bluffton. Bluffton's really gonna have to like take some time, reset. You don't want to get staggered on a map like this.
No, you don't. But
Barberton has 4 ults lined up, almost 5 right now, versus Bluffton only having 3, maybe 4, depending on how fast they can get their Ramatra ult up. But it's not seeming like it's going to work out too well for them. Zesty Lemons blowing off the Bastion ult, trying to get some mortars out there, but just being mostly blocked off by the Ramatra ult. Bluffton firing off the Ramatra ult of their own. And wow, going in for almost a team wipe right now. Moth just getting separated and staggering the entire team, and Bluffton finally taking their first point for the match.
Yeah, Barberton will have a lot of things to use on the recontest. They're probably going to take the fight on that second corner, and I would assume that they would try to nano Ramatra ult.
I could see that very easily. The second corner is always really hard for attackers. The defenders have a clear advantage here. And either way, Barberton has, there's not much time on the clock for Bluffton to work with right now. They took a very long time getting that first point. Dragons does clear the way a little bit to make some space for the Ramatra to push in. It looks like we might be seeing that Nano Ramatra ult here soon. They also have a Reaper right now that would also be a great Nano target. Deputy just cleaning up, just absolutely pressing forward in Mouse 1 right now.
Yeah. They save some ults, but they do lose the fight. They do have a recontest. As long as these players still alive don't get staggered, they will be able to meet them before the point caps, and they'll get an opportunity to use their ult.
Exactly. Having 3 ults right now versus the one, just the one right now that Bluffton has, and Bluffton only has Barrage right now. Again, not exactly the best. Can clear some space, but that's about all that's going to do on a point like this. And there goes the Reaper ult right now, taking out both the DPS for Bluffton, and the rest of the team is going to try to capitalize off that. Moth picking up a kill, and just clean sweep after that, easily winning the fight. About 2 minutes left on the clock for Barberton to defend here.
They're still holding on to Nano and Ramatra.
I mean that's a great way to instantly. That's like a great get off me tool. It's if they need that point, they can just instantly send that in, and there's not really like any Bluffton would have to back up unless they want to get staggered.
I do like the VAR adaptation. There's not much that Barberton can really do. Unfortunately, their Bastion does get better.
That Bastion does get res though, but that means res is not up for this potential team fight, which is always huge. Gaming Wizard honestly shown some excellent movement getting out there. We see that Nano Ramatra ult coming out, clearing that space, just like I was talking about, trying to claim some space, getting them off the point and bringing them out of there. Though that does separate Feminin right now, who is right now struggling to get back, but it takes out the Mercy right now, gets picked off by the Moira, but wow, I still can't believe, but actually Bluffton won that team fight.
That's a huge late kill from Feminin.
Definitely, that was having your tank staggered like that. You can see Barberton right now just kind of holding back, waiting a little bit, getting some poke damage. Oh, that Ana definitely overextended there. Insane Kading. The rest of the team joins to meet her, but it's not looking too well for them.
Barberton could have waited a little bit longer to recontest, and if they did, they probably would have been able to have a better positioning, and they wouldn't have to force their Ana to go to point.
Insane Kading pushing in that early and having to like have the rest of the team come out and meet them really just grouped them up perfectly for that Bastion ult that cleaned up and won that team fight. Moth,
they do have Reaper ult.
They do have Reaper ult, and Moth is switching off to Zenyatta. A very interesting pick right now. I wonder if we're going to see Gaming Wizard switch off the Pharah. Ooh, is Parakeet God also switching, or is that just on complete accident? I wonder if we're going to see Parakeet God or Gaming Wizard switching off of the Pharah here. It's not exactly the best pick for this point in the map, but we will see. Reaper trying to get the flank up top, trying to pick off the Mercy. Does not seem to be going out too well, getting cleaned up by the Pharah. But instead just going straight to point. There was a sleep on Ramatra. Insane right there. Reaper dipping under, trying to collect himself real quick. We're seeing from Deputy just a masterful use of being able to flank and like knowing when to dip out as Reaper and like how to like recollect himself, like get back to the point, place himself where he's best needed. Just a masterful use of that like mid-air teleport, being able to dive in and out. Parakeet God is trying to get some damage. Seems to push everyone back a little bit. Honestly, Bluffton really only has one more push left.
Yeah, and the flank that Deputy's in right now, it's going to be huge. He's set up for the Death Blossom up here?
Exactly.
Okay, he gets spy checked by the Fire, but he does get the kill. And now he's going to go in. Insane. Also being pushed in with Feminem. They were grouped. Ramatra was just saying they're grouping them up. There was really nothing for them to do. Mercy trying to go in just a touch point. Manages to get the res on their own Ramatra, but I'm not sure if it's going to help too much. They just have too many. Barberton had too many ults just to keep them off of the point. Feminem just taking out Pharah, and yet it does not seem like Bluffton can take this. But still got 2 points and a decent amount of distance on point 3. We'll see how Barberton can take this. Yeah. That was
not as sweeping as round 1 was. Barberton or Bluffton definitely put up a lot more of a fight than they did in round 1. But we'll see how Barberton takes this. Now, Bluffton, it did take them a while to get that first point. So if Barberton can take that with more than a minute left, they'll have a huge advantage going into the last couple of points.
Yeah. I think right now it all comes down to what composition Barberton decides to run. We're going to see that in a few seconds. But
we definitely will. I'm very excited to see what Barberton rushes out with. Barberton going with a Junker Queen Lucio, Reaper, Brigitte, and Sojourn right now. Haven't seen this in a hot minute. Honestly, almost looks more like a traditional brawling comp. That I haven't seen one of those since Overwatch 1.
Yeah, this is very much brawly. There's a lot of speed in this comp. You have the Junker Queen shout, you have the Lucio speed. And of course you have
Sojourn. It's like it can just fly out there along with. We have there's and also Inspire can give a huge speed boost. It looks like that they're just trying to rush through as fast as possible, get that time advantage for those later on pushes that are going to be really difficult. We'll see how it ends up playing out. Bluffton coming out with Ramatra, Junkrat, Bastion, Moira, and Mercy. Let's see, trying to get some early poke damage off. Not, honestly, not have. Oh wow, early kill from Sojourn right now, getting their Junkrat and just instantly pushing it off that. Lucio presses E and just instantly goes in. Mercy is almost picked off already. There's 2 on point right now. They keep trading 1 for 1, but it seems like Bluffton obviously is getting a little staggered right now. It's not really helping too much.
No,
they are trying to take as much time as possible. It's not happening. Barberton easily takes that point.
They get the first. Barberton gets the first pick with the railgun, and then that's the go button. And they just
exactly. Lucio just presses E. You could see the speed boost happen as they all just swept in after that. Bluffton, honestly, very good communication on Bluffton. Very good on their part to just know when it's lost. It's not happening. It just don't try to touch point. Just try to take a step back, wait for it. And wow, flank from it looks like Gaming Wizard got Feminine right there, but flank from picked off Gaming Wizard. Looks like they switched off to a Genji Ana compa as well for Bluffton, trying to maybe try to meet them more in the middle, maybe try to get more of those flanks, try to like break them up a little bit.
They want to get the antes off. That's
definitely a huge part of this comp in like what is keeping everything together is the fact that they're all grouped up. They all have all this healing that stacks up together, and if you can get the anti off on all of them at once, you're able to rush in very easily. And it looks like Moth is slept, which is huge, but gets and is picked off by Commander Elk. Deputy though, with that Sojourn ult, picks off Zesty Lemon. Commander Elk has their ult going off and is trying to just stay on point, trying to stay alive, but they just get run down by the entire team. Just keeps getting pushed forward. We're just seeing the entire team just press W. The S key does not exist on their keyboard anymore.
Yeah. Moth, a little bit of an overextension at the beginning of that fight. Probably should have been playing a little bit back, but their DPS saves him. Deputy just kills like 4, and then
it's all over from there. Like you can't win the 4v5.
they do, but
trying to get those knives off.
after this anti goes away, you're probably going to see it.
Yep. Yeah. Junker Queen just pushes through, clears off breaks up the entire team, and they are just picking them off one by one after that. There is Barberton easily taking the second point. It is not even close right now. Yeah, just as that Junker Queen all just broke up the entire team, it was over after that.
Bluffton used Nano, and they don't have the Nano for Blade, and Blade is a very hard ult to get value out of when you don't have the Nano boost, or you don't have something to support that to keep them alive or to get them more.
It is, yeah. The extra heal like mid blade always helps out, or just like the damage reduction. Just being able to Genji is still very squishy when he blades. It looks like Bluffton is trying to get something off right now, trying to like touch the card, trying to push it back a little bit, but it doesn't look like they're able to get it off. Moira is looking very low, just instantly cleaned up by Deputy. Deputy showing absolute masterful aim with Sojourn right now in both modes, the railgun and just your normal hit scan mode.
I think this is it.
This is an easy. Barberton is just cleaning up right now. Bluffton is trying to touch the point, but they can't do anything for it. Oh, I mean, a nice tire at the end there, but it's not going to matter. Barberton easily took that point. Absolutely phenomenal game from both sides. Closer than round 1, but still just a very easy Barberton game.
Yeah. The Pooty, I mean...
We've seen him just absolutely work magic this entire match. It has been phenomenal.
Both DPS and Barberton have played.
I was about to say, yeah, we've been talking about Deputy a little bit, but I do want to draw attention to Parakeet God. He's been like doing a lot of work this match, and it's absolutely hard carry. I don't want to say the DPS has been hard carrying because it's been like phenomenal work on all of their ends, but they have definitely been playing around their strengths. They're playing around like getting those early picks very easily.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we're about to take one more break after this, and then we have one more map that we're going to. Stay tuned. All right, we are back commentating for round 3 of Bluffton versus Barberton. Barberton right now up 2-0. Coming into this round, what are you hoping to see out of Bluffton? What do you think they need to do to bring this back? Because they've tried shaking up the DPS. They're trying to break out their comps, but it's just not working out right now.
I think they're playing very split. They're letting Barberton do these flanks. They're letting Tommy or Deputy just exist in their back line. Like the flank on King's Row where he was just crouched in a corner waiting.
He was just waiting.
Yeah.
He just sat there. There was no like moving around. There was no really even hiding. He just sat there.
Yeah.
All right, coming into round 3 on Rialto right now. We are Rialto.
It's Rialto.
Okay,
yeah.
cool. Second guess myself there. Sorry. We are seeing Sigma, Zenyatta, Bastion, Mercy, and Hanzo from Barberton. A classic kind of more bunkery comp. They're just going to kind of stay in one place, not really like move around too much. From Bluffton, we have Farah. What's that new hero again? Iari, thank you. Apologies. Ash, Mercy, and Diva coming up. Maybe it looks like trying to rush the payload a little bit more. Trying more to like play more of a traditional dive comp. Wow, very early pick from Deputy. Honestly, showing some phenomenal work right off the bat, separating the team out instantly.
Yeah, this comp has a lot of damage, not a lot of healing. That's a weakness that Barberton should be looking out for. But it looks like they're able to stabilize after.
Definitely. I mean, you don't need a lot of healing if you're just not getting hit. It's that simple. Barberton is really also like I say that more jokingly, but like Barberton is actually like proving that theory. They're very good on their part to let Bluffton push the payload a little bit. Sometimes you just have to let them take a little bit of space so you can get back in a better position. Right now, it is currently 4v3 right now. Attackers do have an advantage on this point, but not by much, as Barberton is just picking them off one by one. Diva is demeched right now.
Yeah, that was a rough fight. They have a Yaria ult coming online. They're gonna have Mirage's fight.
They might even be able to get nuke on this fight, though I'm not too sure. Though Barberton does have 2 ults and definitely 3 coming up. Like, there's no way that this Hanzo ult doesn't get up in seconds.
Yeah, no. The main thing that Bluffton needs to look for is kinetic grasp, and they need to break the shield. And then they can go in with their Ilaria ult and hopefully team right.
Definitely. It seems like with Commander Elk is trying to soak up a lot of this damage with Diva, but just every single time just gets hit by a rock, and it's just not working out in their favor at all. Maybe considering switching off to a shield of their own, it would kind of suck to lose their ult, but they do have Nuke online right now, and they did. Oh no, that call, very interesting. Yes, I know. See that now. Yeah. Feminem does have his ult online as well, is trying to like push forward, take a little bit of space, just do that tank roll, getting just kept alive by that Mercy. I do want to talk about Moth's support play this game, because it has been like phenomenal. They have been on Mercy several times. They were on Brigida last game, and just like absolutely balling right now, just absolutely cleaning up for everyone.
Yeah, everybody in Barberton is playing well today. They do have 2 ults right now. They have Trans, which doesn't get much value unless like the blade's online, and then they do have Flux. Flux is the main tool that they want to use to take this fight.
Definitely. Commander Elk is trying to push and trying to get a little bit of poke damage off right now, but like he just doesn't have a window to like actually squeeze in off time. It looks like he's trying to find a nuke opportunity, trying to find the best time, but he just like, again, Barberton is just not giving them a window to actually push through. And wow, that Graviton Surge is going to just clean everyone up right there. Separate out the team, just get the tanks out of the way. Barberton is pushing really far forward into their spawn, but honestly, they can afford it right now. They are light years ahead. just like absolutely cleaning up. Double support ults online from Barberton, and Nuke is going off. It does pick off Deputy and Feminem, but I'm not even sure if it's going to matter.
They're going to get a bit of card space on that dog.
Wow, Feminem just instantly gets res and just instantly right back in the fight, instantly pushing back forward, taking up that space, being pocketed by Moth, knowing when to give it up too is the thing. Like that is something we talk about a lot, but sometimes just like a lot of players struggle with just knowing when to back up, knowing when it's important to just say, all right, this fight's lost, I'm not pushing forward anymore. All right, and it looks like Deputy is going to fire off his ult, take out Zesty Lemons as he was ulting, trade 1-for-1 over there on Parakeet God. It looks like Bluffton has switched to a Baptiste, but they're already taken out. They're trying to contest the point. Barberton is doing what they can to just keep them off this first point, keep them as far back as possible. It looks like they're going to get there. Just a Baby Diva left on the cart, and yet that is not even 1 point for Bluffton right now. Barberton does not have much they need to do to clean this up.
Yep, Bluffton, they were never able to get control of the high ground. They were kind of just stuck in that main choke for the majority of that round, and Barberton doing a fantastic job of keeping them there. And when they do lose that advantage, they back up.
Yeah, they definitely Barberton just like controlled that choke very well. Like as you said, that comp had didn't have a lot of healing, but a lot of damage. They just poured a lot of that damage into the choke. Again, I made the joke that like, oh, you don't need healing if you can't get hit, but they weren't. They had so much damage, they just straight outpowered it. Looks like from Bluffton's side, we're going to have a Far Mercy comp going on along with Kiriko, Bastion, and Tank is not up yet, but coming from Barberton, we're going to have Orisa, Kiriko, Reaper, McCree, or Cassidy, apologies. And is this Elaraira again?
No, this is Lifeweaver.
Lifeweaver, interesting.
Yeah. Another newer support hero came out a few seasons ago now.
Well, we're gonna see Barberton. I always love the Orisa pick on something like this map. Orisa's rework just like made her phenomenal for taking spaces in these chokes like this and just helping to like clean up. It looks like though that Bluffton is trying to get those flanks on that Far Mercy comp, but just seeming to not working out too well for them. They did get the first pick on Deputy, which is huge right now. Taking out one of those like early DPS that have been causing them trouble all match has been absolutely phenomenal. Parakeet got taken out. But it does not seem like they can. Ooh, Feminine also taken out right now. Very early getting this choke right here, which is exactly where they want to be.
Yeah, Bluffton do a really good job of keeping them. Parakeet God. I mean, Deputy goes off the map from Gaming Wizard.
Man, it's very rough to see right here. It's used the teleport early on and just wasn't able to save himself with it. Looks like Barberton has switched off to a Baptiste right now. Trying to use that Immortality, but probably pushing a little bit, save a little bit. Gaming Wizard with another CC off the map. That is phenomenal. Just absolute. Feminem switched off to Zarya, using that to push forward a little bit. And wow, Commander Elk just absolutely taking space, pushing in. Zesty Lemons picking off Mod, and this is wow. Bluffton's turning this around right here.
Yeah, Bluffton played that really well. They ignored the Zarya. They didn't charge her bubbles until they had the opportunity to get a kill off of it. Really good play. Really good.
Definitely, Bluffton, Barberton is switching this up once again, going back to a Far Mercy comp of their own. Deputy's still trying to stick on the Reaper. Ara going for another CC. We can see where they keep getting it at, but just like that time just didn't work out. There is 3, almost 4 ults going on for Bluffton, which is huge compared to the none that Barberton has, because they kept having to switch off and try different comps.
Yeah, this is rough. The Fars are just playing cat and mouse. They're chasing each other around, but
Feminem actually gets the pick on the tank, and we can see the entirety of Barberton is going to use this to push in. Parakeet God going in, trying to get those supports, while just knocking them right into Deputy. Phenomenal play from there. Deputy cleaning up the rest of the team. That a wasted barrage from Bluffton, and wow, that team fight could be the game right there.
Yeah, that should be map. Even when you get your reset back, you just barrage.
Exactly. Even if somebody can touch, there's not something they can do. And Deputy takes out anyone with a hope of touching right there. Oh, wow. That Orisa ult is actually huge. Bluffton might be able to bring this back for one more team fight. Moth, though, actually cleaning... Moth, Battle Mercy cleaning up. Feminem, too, just cleaning up the rest of the map. Honestly, Moth and Feminem, that's all they needed. Yeah. Cleaning up and making this an easy 3-0 in Barberton's favor. Phenomenal play from Barberton we saw tonight.
Yeah, there's a reason why this team consistently makes it to the playoffs. Even though they lost some of their starter players,
yeah,
they're still really good.
Yes, Barberton always had a phenomenal esports program, and it's still showing right now in this season. Absolutely great work. All right. Before we close out for the night, I want to give a big thanks to our partners and sponsors: Cleveland Clinic Sports Health, healthcare provider; Corsair, our exclusive peripheral provider; Elgato, exclusive streaming device partner; ViewSonic, monitor and display partner; Arista, exclusive network device partner. If you want to check out any more information on these sponsors, please check out the links below in the comment section. That was a phenomenal match, and very easy, though, 3-0 in Barberton's favor, wouldn't you say?
Yeah.
Well, I'm very much looking forward to seeing where Barberton goes next week, or Barberton goes later in this season. Absolutely, hopefully that maybe there'd be a much closer match next time, but still very well played from Bluffton, still trying to do what they could.
Yeah.
I believe that is all we have for you guys today. So thank you so much for watching, and we will catch you guys for more Overwatch from Esports Ohio next week at the same time.
Zips Esports will be back in a few hours for Valorant. They're doing. Okay. ESU. Go to ESC. Okay. Sorry. I'm sorry. ESC conference. Sorry, I don't know where that is, but go check out Zips Esports Twitter. You can find it there. Also, if you are in the Akron area, come down to the Info Session. The doors will open at 7:30. There's going to be a watch party there. Pretty cool. That's it.
All right. Hope everyone has a lovely night. We'll see you guys next week.